It's looking good over there?
It's looking good.
Okay, we're looking good. All right, let's see if we can start. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Addictive Tickle. It's me, Taylor Clark. I'm the host of this podcast, the only podcast with me the whole time. Also starring Quinn. Hello, Quinn.
How's it going?
Welcome, Quinn, everybody. Sorry, it has been a while since I last did this podcast. It's been a wild ride. We've had a crazy month and a half since the last episode. Starting from the top, for those listeners who are coming back, Mike had a baby. Change the tunes. Oh, that sounds morbid. Let's get happier. All right, Mike, you had a baby. Woo! The last episode was us talking about how long from that point it was going to be till Mike had a baby, and it turned out like less than a week, I think. Almost. It seemed like the baby came while we were recording. That's how fast it showed up. But Mike is at home with Samantha, taking care of that little baby. I forget its name. Good friends, me and Mike. It's beautiful.
I don't know its name either.
Beautiful little baby. And anyway, he's gone. He's never coming back. And I fired him immediately. No babies. I'm the sole baby haver on the Addictive Tickle program. Of course, Quinn has no babies.
I don't.
He's 17 years old. How old are you?
22.
What? How old?
22.
Oh, God. I thought you said 27. I was like, ooh. But 22 is 17.
Oh, okay.
That's a math joke.
Yeah.
But we're happy to have Quinn here. Thank you, Quinn.
Thank you for having me.
He is filling in permanently for Mike. We'll see how this all goes. If you have video, if this episode made its way onto some sort of video platform, I don't know what's out there, what the kids are using these days.
I think YouTube.
Probably YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Vimeo. Throw it up on the old Vimeo. That's what it is. All right. I always get Venmo and Vimeo confused. Where you going?
I just want to double check his.
Oh, okay. Quinn's gotten up and left his chair. He's already quit the job.
I'm out. No.
You had one joke about his age, and he's like, I've had it. You can record your own pod.
No, yeah.
So, I guess. Mike is gone. Quinn is here. And we wish Mike well on all his future endeavors.
Somewhat.
Especially the one I hope he prioritizes the baby. But we all know he won't. Goodbye, Mike. We love you. And we'll catch up with him. One day.
One day. You can do a guest spot on the pod. You can pop on and with his baby. 2 guests.
Yeah, we'll go over there. We'll do our first remote episode. We'll capture the awkwardness between Quinn and Mike, and meet the new baby and see how they're doing.
That's
what?
I'm gonna say is I can produce this. Mike can produce his baby, and we both got a gig.
Sure.
It's really nice.
You got it.
It's kind of wholesome. It's kind of wholesome. You look at it like that.
What?
It's wholesome.
It is wholesome. Kids are wholesome. You got to witness me trying to do some light parenting before the podcast started.
I did, yeah.
And I do mean light parenting because what I was doing was explaining to my child what being unsupervised really means. Because I was asking him to pretend as if, he had to take care of himself, which is true, for an hour while we record. Look, I'm in the house, and my wife is in the house, and she doesn't have her headphones on. And we got a new dog, and look, they just have to take care of themselves for an hour. What could go wrong?
The kid and the dog?
The kid and the dog.
Hell yeah.
It's a new dog. We've had it for a day. It could attack him. It is a foster dog.
Still
we don't know.
Room,
it could take
dog.
a turn.
Yeah.
We're getting to know it. Maisie the dog. That's the name.
Maisie?
Yeah.
Is it
I'm not hyped on it.
Is it a rescue dog?
It's
or
a rescue dog. Yeah, we got it from some shelter program.
Okay.
Took a while. Still cost a fair amount of money. And here we are. And it could attack my son, and it could end us all. No,
sure.
It's a really well-behaved dog so far. We're pleasantly surprised. So we're doing it.
I mean, yeah, some of the shelter dogs, you never know.
You never know. So anyways, we're playing catch up here. We got a couple of weeks to catch up on. We have, already, unloaded the dirty laundry of Mike's baby. So let's get back into me.
The good news.
This is, it's not necessarily good, but it's me news. Of all shapes and sizes. Like I went on tour and didn't record a single goddamn episode of this until now. It's been a long ride, you guys. I produced this entire tour on my own with no budget and no permission. Meaning no permission. I left with, I think, 9-10 dates on my calendar. Left my driveway in my Prius with no confirmed venues for the most part.
That's great.
Pretty much none. I had a couple kind of, conversations that I had started. But what happened was I had... Anyway, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus because these are all people I still want to work with in the future. But there was a tour manager, a friend, who had produced my New York show very, very well, I might add. Sold out the show, and we had on a Wednesday. We had an absolutely uproariously, good time. Uproariously good time?
I don't know.
So we were trying to figure out this whole West Coast run. We had the dates. He had started some conversations, but at the end of the day, he got kind of tied up with priorities, meaning like paid work.
Oh, I thought you meant like a kid, like Mike.
And he has a kid.
Stupid.
So he has responsibilities, including his already, born child.
Sure.
That's what parents call them when they're post-born.
Yeah.
At any age. Like, we're post-born.
Yeah.
You and I.
I'm 17 years post-born.
And I'm assuming most of the listeners. I have to imagine I'm entertaining some fetuses. some feti.
Sure.
But mostly all my listeners are post-born. And like most of us, the post-born child of my tour manager was requiring his focus along with his actual job.
Yeah.
So what I found is asking people, and this is what we'll find out with you, Quinn, is how asking people to help me on money that might come down the road.
Yeah.
Works out, because it wasn't working out for some of the other people I've brought on.
Well, if it helps, I'm not getting money elsewhere either. So
that's not good.
I mean, I make some money delivering pizzas, but I don't think that's going to get in the way.
But here's the thing: you're 22.
I am 22.
This is exploiting child labor is kind of what I've decided is my only path forward.
Okay.
As far as bringing on assistants, so
yeah,
I think this will work out.
Yeah. After this, Mike's kid's gonna produce. Actually, he's gonna
whatever their name is.
Yeah, they're gonna get on here.
On board and tickle the ivories for me, so I can just talk. Yeah. Anyways, Where was I? We went on tour. I left with no dates confirmed. I'm going to put on this other headphone. Don't talk for a little while.
Okay.
Gotta focus in on what I sound like here. So I'm making this show, Comedians at Skate Parks, and my goal is to use as much of the podcast here as voiceover for the episodes, because I'm going to be reliving and narrating every last moment right here on Addictive Tickle. And I don't want to work twice. So when it comes to recording voiceover for my show, Comedians at Skate Parks, working title still. I might change it. It's a little confusing, I found. So we'll see. Because I didn't do a lot of comedy at skate parks, and a lot of the show episodes I filmed weren't with comedians at skate parks necessarily. We were just kind of doing stuff. So Taylor Trailer's, Magical Adventure Ride has been pitched. Better title? I don't know. I digress. I'm going to begin going through each episode, through each stop along my journey from New York to Seattle to Portland to Eugene to Sacramento through San Francisco, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Reno. Where'd I go after that? The Boise, then Yakima, the end. Those are all the towns I went through. God, that was a little bit of a clunky announcement of towns. Could have listed that a little better, more musically. We'll have future opportunities. Like right now. Seattle. Seattle. Portland. Sacramento. San Francisco. LA. Las Vegas. Reno. Boise. Yakima. And that's them all. Oh yeah. Nailed it. Anyways, we're going to go through them all. And I am going to start with New York. Because that's where we need to start, Quinn.
Okay. Wait, am I talking? Am I talking
now? We gotta get you mic'd.
I know. We're gonna figure this out next. We're gonna figure this out with the next one. We got right. But for people listening,
first day jitters.
I can hear Taylor. Taylor can hear me in the room, but not in the headphones. And it's that's the setup. It's a very like kind of hodgepodge setup for between the stuff I brought and the stuff that's here. And meshing them together.
But the show must go on.
It must go on.
The show must go on. You got a headphone that's gonna give you a crooked arthritis neck, and a microphone that's really a tripod on a stick. Two computers recording separately and a camera on the side and a ring light in my eye. Episode 2.0. Hey Quinn, I got a question for you. Can you hear my piano pretty well?
I can.
Oh, okay. Are you impressed?
I'm very impressed. I actually didn't know you could play piano until I listened to the podcast. I didn't know.
Well, I don't advertise it.
You don't.
Except for that's how popular this podcast is.
Here's a new show idea: comedians and skate parks with pianos. There's like another. You want to add another level to it? There you go.
The most expensive part, honestly, will be the transport.
You think so?
Full pianos to these skate parks with pianos plural. We can't do it unless we got at least 2 pianos. Talk about a prima donna. Have you seen Taylor Clark's new show? Hey, psst. Have you seen... I'm not talking to you actually, Quinn. I'm doing an improv.
I understand.
Okay. Just, you're new. I don't know how. Psst. Hey. Did you hear Taylor Clark's new show? Comedians at skate parks with pianos. Yeah, he transports at least 2 pianos to a skate park and just has just for background. They're not even playing them. They just are in the background. They're just with them. And these comedians, they just hang out at a skate park and they talk about comedy mostly. And they compare comedy to skate parks as if any comedy. They compare comedy to skateboarding as if anybody fucking gives a shit.
Did you see that guy ollied over a key top?
What? Who's talking? Where did this character come from out of nowhere? Anyways,
I'm sorry.
What? No, sorry. I haven't taken my
your biggest fan.
Schizophrenic medication. The medication has schizophrenia, not me. Anyways, have you heard about this new show? Anyway, yeah, he just transports these pianos to the skate park. Talks to comedians about comedy, if anybody can give a shit. And and if he doesn't have more than 1 piano, he doesn't do the show. No, it's happened several times. They can only get 1 piano. He just cancels. Yeah, it's just really the name, you know. It's just, it's not called Comedians at Skate Parks with Piano. That's what he says. I'm just repeating what I heard. Yeah, it might be the schizophrenic medication talking, sure, but it's a real show. And Taylor's lost it. He really let that Thrasher credit go to his head.
Does the medication give you schizophrenia?
Where the... Is there a voice or not?
There's a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Who's talking? Hello?
Does this medication give you schizophrenia? Is that what you're saying? Or
no, the medication itself has schizophrenia. It's been diagnosed. The medication went to a doctor and said, I'm hearing voices. And the doctor said, well, you're schizophrenic medication.
Okay.
and then that's what I take. I'm fine.
What show
Who are
you?
What? How did you get here to this back room of this comedy club?
I'm in your head.
Well, I was having a conversation talking shit about Taylor Clark's stupid new show idea about comedians at skate parks with pianos. Oh, now you're quiet.
Now I'm quiet.
Fucking Christ. You're fired. Where's Mike? I'm breathing too hard into this microphone. All right, we got... So... first stop was New York. And I've probably gone over this episode once or twice in past episodes. And I'm not ready to honestly go through the stops. What I was kind of going to start talking about before some, ghost voice interrupted my hilarious improv. Keeps leaving, getting up and leaving.
I'm adjusting the camera.
Maybe we should set your mic up over here. You'd be right in the doorway.
That's okay.
Because then I can look at you. We could, you know what would be hilarious? You know what would fit right in that corner? Is one of those little schoolboy desks, that has the little tiny table tray.
Yeah. Like a high chair? Is that what you're describing?
Not a high chair.
Are you saying I should have a high chair?
Like a school desk when you go to...
Yeah.
They have them even in high schools and colleges, but it's basically just a chair that you slide into that has a work area. And then you could set up your little dude. I'm glad you're laughing, because if you didn't have a sense of humor about how condescending I am to my producer, this would not go well. As long as I'll deal with your pearl necklace of a headphone setup.
My pearl necklace.
Yeah, it looks like a cum drip.
Oh, yeah, it does a little. They're your headphones, by the way.
Something about Mary kind of vibe about the way their headphones look. Anyway, glad you have a good sense of humor about it. This will go well.
What if I just like midway was like, how dare it? Like just midway, just total. Now, what if I'm gonna let you go.
Wait, where? No.
What if,
for you to...
I'm saying, what if it just wait? What if I, you know what? Leave it for the surprise. I'm gonna leave.
Wait, what surprise?
This doesn't matter.
Say your joke that you have boiling in your head.
It was dog shit. I'm gonna just let it die. Let it have a slow death.
It has to come out now.
Okay.
What was the joke?
I'm gonna say, what if I suddenly was not okay? What if I had a sudden shift with it?
Right. That's fine. That's not dog shit. Yeah, that would be
bitched
hilarious.
out midway. Am I allowed to curse? Is there cursing or no cursing on here?
Crying, you mean?
Wait, is there no cursing on here or is there cursing on here?
There's cursing on
here.
Okay. Have you been listening? I thought you listened to an episode.
I did listen to an episode, but I always I feel like I never notice if someone's cursing unless I am like actively paying attention to it, you know?
When you're doing the Nielsen ratings. A lot of you guys don't know that's why I hired him. He's he's the guy who decides what's an R, what's a PG-13. He works for the Nielsen ratings company. Whoever does that. A lot of side hustles. These kids, these millennials. I'm a millennial technically.
I'm in the Gen Z technically.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What's that like? Nobody cares. Hold on. I gotta finish talking about what I gotta talk about.
Okay.
True millennial style. Shut the fuck up. Millennial is talking. Why don't you Gen Z go back to sleep? You know why they call them Gen Z? They're boring. Talk about giving me the Z's. What is this, a late night talk show all of a sudden? This sounds like the first 5 minutes of every late night monologue. Have you heard about these Gen Zs? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? You know why they call them Gen Z? They're boring. Giving me the Z's. Here on Addictive Tickle, the worst jokes get repeated 3 times. Wouldn't it be crazy if I just all of a sudden wasn't into it? I'm a Gen Millen. And I like it. I'm on like the front end, so I'm gonna be like, yeah, let me show you what the rest of you millennials who are just getting here. This is how we do it.
You can pass on your wisdom.
Shh.
I'm sorry.
See that? Lesson 1.
I'm sorry.
Gen Z gets told to shh.
I have to respect my elders. I'm sorry.
They're really apologetic. They're really submissive, which is makes it.
When you're 17,
easier.
you apologize.
I sound like I really sometimes my asides really are just like Will Ferrell meets Paul F. Tompkins, but with talent.
Who is it shitting on more?
Those guys are worthless, talentless hacks. my actual idols. So, anyways, I'm not going to go through each stop one by one right now. I'm going to get a little more prepped for each ep. And it's going to be, I'm going to drop names, meaning like the names of everyone who helped me, came to a show, was on each show. And that is a list I don't have in front of me. And I sure as hell don't have all those names memorized. And I don't want to go through each stop being like, and that's when that one dude helped me out really good. He was awesome with the hair. Man, I'll never forget it. So I'm gonna calculate exactly how I plan to proceed through each episode, each stop, each magical adventure, and each failure. Those are my favorites, and there were some failures. I don't know how I had so many failures, considering I left my driveway with no venues confirmed on my first big tour. Less of a tour, more of a like, hey, here I come, adventure ride.
Where are you going next? Where you at next? You here next?
I'm here, baby. The next stop, I'm going to do Bellingham next month at Unknown Board Shop on the 18th.
Okay.
And then I'm off to, honestly, my plan is to go to Florida because I want COVID again. My son went to. Oh yeah, so we can talk about this. My son went to Florida. Oh, making sure that hour. I got you. I got you. Yeah.
It's going still. It's good.
We're rocking.
I restarted it earlier. You're here in You're going to Bellingham.
This is quite the audition Quinn is on. Don't you guys think? If this was an Instagram poll, keep them or lose them. Where would you guys go? What side would your thumb land, huh?
I can make this an Instagram thing.
He sure talks a lot, doesn't he? A lot more than Mike, and Mike talked a lot. But I don't mind. He's coming at us with that heat like, but what if I didn't like this? Imagine. Anyways, See, this is this is what you'll learn, Quinn. You interrupt me, and we are off the rails for 20 minutes. These are going to be 6-hour episodes real quick. Where are we in? Florida all of a sudden?
Florida. With COVID.
Florida and COVID? Well, the first, my plan was in the first 2 minutes, we'll just cover how my plan for the next 9 to 10 podcast episodes, which will be the cities and the stops. And the next 2 minutes was going to be me talking about how I can't really do it because all the names I can't remember. And wanting to create more of a plan. And then what time are we at now?
We are about a little under a half hour.
There we go. But we got some fun. We got a lot of fun moments. We're only supposed to be 4 minutes in. But here we go. My child's unsupervised in the hallway, playing with a new dog that might be rabid. Oh, we don't know. Well, I mean, we'd hope. You don't know, but you'd hope that your shelter dog's not rabid. Always reminds. Anytime I play just the Black Keys, I just want to go straight to Ireland for some reason.
Okay.
You've got a little dog that's rabid, and it's playing with your son underneath the lights, and you don't know if it's going to bite. But you go in and record a podcast anyways, because it sounds like a tragedy that's brewing on the other side of the door. But you don't check, because you've got comedy to make. Comedy to make. You can always make another son. Your family's done it once, so do it again. So why not make that comedy? Questionable comedy. Is that even comedy? No. Hard no. This is the comedy god talking from above. Does anybody else hear that? Or is that my medication with schizophrenia talking again? And then Quinn starts being quiet. This is definitely what's gonna make me crazy. Is
silence?
No, like I'm just talking, like literally.
Oh, okay.
If we record this podcast with you at my back, making a voice that's kind of in that I can kind of hear.
We're gonna fix
when
it up.
I sit in here and play by myself. I'll always wonder if I'm hearing a voice, and I won't be able to see anybody.
We're gonna fix it up.
Did you guys hear that? We're gonna fix it up.
They can hear me perfectly.
All right. It's always not recording live is always interesting too, because you're like, will they? How's this gonna come out? Is this gonna get posted? I have probably 40 episodes I never released.
Really?
Oh yeah. Because I get to the end of it and I'm like, what happened for an hour? Because I'll record in here by myself. high at 2 a.m. You
Sure.
know, being like a dooba dap dooba dap dooba dee, and then I'll be like, does anyone need to hear this? So I never really know what episode I'm on or what I've said on the podcast before, because I've said all kinds of crazy shit that just I never put out.
Right.
So the actual like amount that I've said or covered, I'd have to go back and take notes on on all however many episodes I've actually put out to know. Not to mention, I think I have like 100 listeners.
Hell yeah.
And have they listened to everyone? I don't know. We're all learning how to podcast together here, folks. Well, most of you guys are like, I'm not learning. You're learning. I'm listening. Maybe there's some real podcasters out there. I'm a real fucking podcaster. Maybe there's some more professional podcasters out there who are listening being like, I know what I'm doing. I listen to this to hear what not to do. That would be funny if I just had, all of a sudden just getting thousands and thousands of listeners who are just like people who are like learning how to not do podcasts. It becomes really famous in the how-to world because they're like, and then if you guys really want an example of how to fuck one up, listen to Addictive Tickle. Comes out whenever.
Wait, what day does this come out?
Good question. My goal is to put them out the day I record them. I like to do that so I can be contemporary, relevant.
Yeah.
But I'm not. And I don't. Because I've got other things to do. Not like more important things, but honestly more important things. Keeping my son alive. Making sure my wife doesn't leave me. Paying bills. Which has been a little easier thanks to unemployment, but you gotta file every week. Logging in, logging out. That's just the 2 of the steps. There's all the clicking. You guys ever clicked for 10 minutes straight? Ugh, what a slog. Weekly.
It's digital now?
What?
I didn't know the unemployment you can file digitally.
I filed digitally.
I didn't know you could do it. That's pretty
What
handy.
were you doing in person?
Well, I haven't done it, but I didn't qualify for unemployment.
You didn't qualify?
No, because I think you need to have lost a certain amount of like money or something, or like you need to like have been making a certain amount. That I had a job at Laughs. That was my only job on the weekends. So that wasn't gonna get me unemployment.
You didn't try hard enough. I think everybody qualifies.
Yeah.
Sure.
I like that approach.
Well, I am running for city council, so if you like what I got to say here, go ahead and please vote for me.
I will.
Everett City Council.
As soon as I turn 18.
You're gonna move in to the town, by the way. It'll be easy for you. You just hitchhike your way over there. No, you're mobile. You could drive.
Yeah. That's like a house.
I don't know. I qualify because of all my freelancing, mainly Uber Eats. Hello, where are my Uber Eatsers? You do delivery, right?
I do. I deliver pizzas.
Just pizzas.
Just pizzas.
Ooh, what a snob. I did it all, baby. I did Chinese food, I did pizza, I did Indian food, Mexican, ice cream, cookies, you name it, I did it. And I spit in every goddamn package. JK, but I did steal some food. Every now and again. You get to an end of a 13-hour delivery day, in your 30s with a wife and kid at home, and you go, maybe I just want to fucking eat this bag of burritos. Turn off phone. Goodbye. Hello, diarrhea. Deserved it. Sorry, whose ever burritos those were. And the pizza. And that Indian food that one time. Man, that was for a family for sure. Huge bag of Indian food. Housed it to myself. And Deary, I got it. That time too. I always made sure it was a punishable offense.
Do you want to do a shout out for the restaurant?
Nope. Can't remember.
Oh, okay.
We had a lot of good Indian food around here in Seattle. Could have been anybody. Anyways, Florida. See, all right, Quinn, you gotta shut the fuck up for a little bit. Let me get through this.
Okay.
And then we gotta finish this episode. But it's been fun. Hey, I don't mean to offend. I've enjoyed it. All your casual interruptions. Florida, baby. I was gonna go to Florida to answer your question from 20 minutes ago. Wow, good job, Taylor, keeping track of that. I was gonna go to Florida. And still plan to. We'll see how everything goes. I might have to buy a space mask. Because it is a real chickenpox party down there right now. And I mean that because my son went to Florida to visit his vavá. That's how you say grandmother in Portuguese. Portuguese. Brazilian Portuguese. That's grandma. He went down there to visit her. And the rest of his family, who have Portuguese names that I don't remember. Louis and Joe and Louis Jr. He went down there to visit them, and he got COVID pretty immediately. He is 7 years old and not vaccinated, and it pretty much, was a guarantee. If you're going to go to Florida right now, you might as well be going to get COVID. Like I said, chickenpox party. He's not old enough to get vaccinated. Send him down there. Get him a little COVID. Scrape up a few antibodies. Oh, God, it was so fucking scary, though, honestly. Not being there. I was, in California when it happened. Freaking the fuck out. Reading article after article about long COVID. Talking to people who've had it, talking to people with kids who've had it, just hoping for the best, planning for the worst, especially emotionally. But it was fucking scary, and he had fever real bad for 2 days. He threw up, worried. We almost fucking got a flight, canceled the tour, and hopped down to the old fucking COVID country myself. But a day later, he recovered and everything's fine. He's fine. Really probably got everyone worried the way I was bluesing it up there. Like it was going to take a turn that wasn't. He's fine. He is fine. He's doing great. He's unsupervised right now with what might be a rabid dog, but COVID didn't kill him. He lived to be 190. I really hope climate change doesn't take the lot of us and he makes it to 190. If with the way technology is going, there is a really good chance that people could live to be into their 200s. Have you guys looked into this microbot fucking surgery? It's science fiction, but what if, right? We can get there. Sorry to get so morbid all of a sudden, guys. I can't help it. It's a fucking dark time out there. It is deadly. Things are killing people. Lots of people are killing people. It's cool to be pro-war. Who saw that coming? So, I want to go to Florida, but I don't know how things are going to go. And I'm supposed to be there in October. So we'll see. Isn't it funny that everyone goes inside in Florida because it's so fucking hot in the summer? And that's one of the reasons this whole thing is spreading. It's like, just get out of there. The whole place is going to be underwater soon anyway. Anyway, my dates are October. Please come see me, Floridians, after I just roast you guys and fucking bury you for the entire podcast. So, here's the real truth, though. Florida's fucking rad. It really is. There's alligators. You walk around barefoot everywhere. No one judges you. It's fucking awesome. You can keep your shirt off. I love that. There's a lot of fun stuff to do. There's beaches fucking everywhere. It's a real, everyone just is a, it's a real let's just be bums kind of vibe. And it's great. It's beach vibes. I mean, coming from New York, the whole West Coast feels like that. Because everybody's energy on the West Coast is like, relax. Everyone from the East Coast is like, relax. What will you not paying attention? What do you got to relax about? Relax over here. I'll tell you, I got 4 jobs, 6 kids, 2 houses. I got a dog that fucking hates me. What do you want to relax? The world is fucking melting. You guys want to hang out at the fucking beach? You fucking relax. Well, you'll relax and I'm going to go over here and fucking take your job and kick you out on the fucking street so I can re-rent your fucking apartment for fucking twice as much. You got that, you fucking bum? Oh my God, you really got me heated with this relaxed fucking nonsense. Alright, bro. Fucking didn't mean to offend. Just saying, it seemed kind of tight. And I didn't mean that like cool. I mean that like you seem tight, like wound up. Tight? Didn't you hear all the shit I just said? Of course I'm fucking tight. I got responsibilities. I'm a full grown man. Can't afford to be hanging out on the beach all day working in my tan. You're gonna die soon, bro. You're gonna have a fucking heart attack and you're gonna die. Yeah, but I'm gonna die with fucking money in my bank account and I can leave my kids so they don't wonder where was dad when I was growing up. Oh, let me guess. You don't have any kids, do you? Well, no. But it's more of an environmental choice. I foster. Oh, well, I didn't know that, that's pretty good, I guess. I mean, but what do you do for work, man? Dude, I started a wax company. It's like really taking off. And I sold it. And now I'm just living off my real estate portfolio. And then you foster kids just on the side? Yeah, bro. I'm like a good person. All right, so it's not an East Coast, West Coast is better, who's better kind of thing. We're not trying to land on anything specific. We're just playing out a don't judge its book by its cover scenario. And scene. What time are we at, Quinn?
50 some minutes.
51 something here. How many minutes? 50 minutes. Hey. Pretty good. All right, so go ahead and we'll just do our sponsors now.
Okay.
What are they?
Our sponsors?
Yeah.
Well, I'm here. And also,
you
Mike's,
haven't secured us any sponsors
actually,
yet.
I do have one
50
sponsor.
50 minutes in.
I do have one sponsor.
You had 50 minutes to get us.
Can I say the sponsor?
Oh, okay, yeah.
You can follow our sponsor at It's Mike DeVore on Instagram. And
What's the product?
he's producing a child right now, and then I think he has a couple shows probably. And
I'm sure he's writing 2 screenplays and making a cartoon, and
yes, I think he's on
in a book club, and he's probably got a video game he's cooked up, and
I think
right?
Yeah, that's something like that. I don't know.
Mike is the fucking best. It's like I make fun of him, and then I'm like, what an idiot. Anyway, my web series that isn't out yet, it's called Comedians at Skate Parks. I just went on a tour announcing no venues, and my podcast, which hasn't been up in 6 weeks, is out now. So anyway, Mike is sure bitten off a lot more than he could chew. I'm the biggest hypocrite. Some would call me a loser, other would call me legit, and by others I mean my wife and kid, but only because they believe my lies. Just joking, I don't lie to them. I'm as honest as anybody. Which is, I guess, probably doesn't set the bar very, very high, but oh boy, do I try to be as honest as I can. As honest as I am. As honest as a ham? Poor ham. Speaking of which, update on the, I don't know if you've listened to enough past episodes, but update on the, my reassign the police campaign. I don't know if you remember, do you know what I'm talking about, Quinn?
Yeah, you have a bit on it, I've heard.
Oh, you heard me. I'm working on. So the update is I'm working on it a bit. This has been for podcast listeners. This has been an idea I've been cooking on for, depending on how long you've been listening. When did I put the first episode out? 6 years ago. It couldn't have been 6 years ago. No, it was during COVID, I think. We're still during COVID. Way to be specific, Taylor. Hey, you're meandering. I know. Did you guys hear that? Goddamn medication. So I have been cooking on this reassign the police idea, which is a really easy concept. We keep the police funding exactly what it is, but we take... we just reassign the policing to non-human criminals, indigenous species, and companies that are breaking the law. They just don't worry about regular walking around human beings anymore, There's a lot of indigenous species that are really bad for the environment, and I don't know if you guys heard, but we got about 6 weeks to turn this fucking ship around. Otherwise, our children will melt. And that's a threat. I'll melt them. If you guys don't fucking leave the oceans alone and drink out of fucking paper straws, I will come over to your house with a full-on blowtorch from Elon Musk. He's sponsoring this. You forgot that sponsor, Quinn. The Boring Company's Flame Torch is sponsoring Addictive Tickle for the purposes of coming over to your house and melting your children if you don't become environmentally. All right? Is your battery died?
My battery died.
So we're not on video anymore.
You're not right now.
This is going to be quite the ep. You know what I like about it, though? Is there's only one way to go from here. And that is a plateau. A straight sideways line.
All right. Video's back up.
We're back! For you video watchers. Now, what you'll do, Quinn, we'll do, depending on who takes the reins on the video portion of this, is we'll cut together, or at least cut in a photo of two more talented producers.
Oh, okay.
To show what we're aspiring to.
Do you have anyone in mind?
Say again?
Do you have anybody in mind?
I don't. The producers.
Oh,
from Mel Brooks's original.
Mel Brooks, yeah. Okay.
Nailed it. All right, so boom. What was I fucking talking about? Do you remember? Before you went over there and restarted your equipment.
Let me think. You were talking about reassigning the police for a bit.
Excuse me?
Then you talked about reassigning the police.
Thank you. All right, so we are reassigning the police, which is to have the police go and take care of indigenous species like pigs, priority number one. And then, blackberry bushes, birds that are indigenous to the areas and, causing a ruckus. All the animals that are causing a fucking ruckus. And what's great about this is the police get to do the same job they're doing still. Finding the criminals and killing them. Getting rid of them. It's like that's what they want to do. I mean, no one, Every time a cop, this is gnarly, and I'm joking, heads up, but every time a cop just has to arrest someone, they're like, God damn it. God, it would have been better to just be like, kaboom! You're speeding! Plow! Target practice. So, no, of course that's not what most cops would want to do. But I promised you that's a few more than you'd like to think. Anyway, I've hated cops forever. I've covered this ad nauseum at this point, but I fucking hate cops forever because they just kick me out of my skate spots and they don't let me do my wheelie board activities. And so for that reason almost exclusively, I will forever hate their guts. Oh, I don't care about your gun. I just want to grind on this little bench. Why does it fucking matter to you, officer? Just let me do it. So mad at you. So that's why, and they always have some fucking ego. Fucking cops. I went over my ID. I got arrested. Not arrested. I got fucking a gun pulled on me in a car accident. How fucked up is that? Get out of the car! You almost died. Get out, fucking who? You might kill me. I'm gonna put a gun on you. If someone gets in a car accident, they're good. You got it. Why pull a gun on me? That's what happened. And I put my hands above my head and I fucking backed up towards him and then he was like, man, I thought you were gonna run. I was like, maybe let me run. That's what people always say, are like, oh, what do you expect the cops to do? Just let him get away? I was like, yeah, sometimes, yeah, better than, you don't have to kill him. Shoot him down? Like, that's the option? Oh, no, they might be a dangerous criminal. Kill him! Like, shoot him down. Fucking no. I guess let him get away. You lost one, Be a better cop, maybe is the answer. You can't chase them down, then you lost them. Shooting them, and it's not the option B. Ah, fuck. I forgot how to learn to jog. Now, oh well, option B, boom, 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 boom. Next time I'll learn to jog. But for this time, I killed someone who was just scared. Whoopsies. Just go to another town. Be a cop there. Boop-a-doop, boop, boop. Ah, fuck, I forgot to learn to jog again. Option B, boom, 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 boom. This is cops. Anyway, this is what I think. Reassign them, and then they can do that, but to pigs, right? They don't have to learn to jog. They walk around, shoot them, be like, there's another, get him, boom, boom, boom. You're not supposed to be here, pig, boom, boom, boom. Right? Same job. Criminal pigs there, and which are all of them. These wild boars, and I'll say it again, PETA, the animal rights fucking people. That's what it stands for. PITA, the animal rights people. They said the only way to deal with the boar problem is eradication. That's PETA. They don't think you should kill a mosquito. But they know because of the way these pigs populate, how smart they are. They're wild monsters running around the forest, literally looking for children. Food. But your child's out there in the middle of the woods in the night in a pack of wild boars. I mean, they're looking for that child. And yet, people are trying to make us afraid of, whatever, the border. Dude, let those people come in, hand them a fucking gun, and tell them to go after and get some pigs. I'll give citizenship to every 100th pig death. I'm definitely running for office. So the development is, it's turning into a pretty good bit, and I think I'm going to be able to rally the troops around an idea like this. When it hits the comedy stage, you can get an audience into a real fever, and we're all like, reassign the police when we walk out of there. I mean, that's the future of this bit.
Oh, yeah.
Storming the Capitol is the future of this bit.
The bit and your election. The bit and your election, right? Because you're running.
Well, I'm not. Well, I'm running for city council.
Okay.
On the reassign the police campaign.
Yeah.
But this is my new development, is that I think they eventually we take care of the pigs and the blackberry and all the indigenous species. Meanwhile, the best of the best cops are going after the real criminals, the ones that are getting away with all of the worst crimes, the companies. Like, which companies are actually breaking the law? Now, I mean, all of them. Name a company.
Amazon.
Breaking the law. Keep going. And I am speaking figuratively. I talk to the audience a lot, Quinn, as if they are here in the room.
Okay.
But I don't mind your response. Go ahead.
Well, I thought you wanted me to name company.
Go ahead. Well, I was saying, like, name. I was going to go, name a company. They're breaking the law. Anyways. But then you answered. So I'm like, okay. All right, let's go. Amazon, breaking the law.
Microsoft.
Breaking the law.
Google.
Oh, I know Google's breaking the law.
PETA?
Oh, PETA. PETA?
PETA.
PETA. Breaking the law. The point is, if you got a business, you're breaking the law. Even me with my Taylor Clock Comedy LLC, I'm breaking the law, not keeping my receipts. Oh, and I'm exploiting child labor right here on screen. Oh, if the camera hasn't cut out yet. Which it very well might have. And keep in mind, this is our first time trying to work together in this capacity outside of just introducing one or another on the stage at last. That's about as far as we ever come to working together in the past. But now we're here at last. A producer and his host trying to get some fans. Do we have a chance? I don't think we do. No, of course we do. This might be the best episode I've ever done, Quinn.
Really?
Sure.
I like this. I'm having fun.
I think it was fun. We did some songs. I told some stories that I'm sure you could cut together to having some sort of through line.
Oh, yeah.
The next test. How well can you edit this? No, we pretty much leave it raw. We'll pretty much leave it raw right now while we're figuring it out. But hopefully one day within the next 100 episodes, we start editing these into better YouTube content. That's, we talked about that. That's kind of where we want to go. Because, it's got a lot of potential. We could see it. Who could see it, huh? Who can see kind of where this is going with the little songy bits and the joke things and the classic chemistry that we've witnessed here today. Already classic. Immediately classic. Classic Taylor Quinn chemistry. That is your name, right? Almost called you Mike a couple of times. More than twice I paused and I said, right? Don't say Mike. Quinn. But I don't think I slipped. No, I don't. I don't think I called you Mike. Not once.
Not once.
Not once. Shouldn't have been so hard. Mike only came here 5 or 6 times. I think. But I do really, after doing this again, even with you, Quinn.
Oh, okay.
You don't know where I'm going yet.
Okay.
There's my son. He's obviously needs my attention again. He's shining the flashlight through the doggy door at me while I wind this up. But what I was going to say is I record this by myself. There's been a handful of episodes, and there will be more. They just are so different than when I have someone here to kind of bounce off of and play with and maybe looks up, even though we didn't look anything up this time, can look stuff up every now and again, respond to, a question that I didn't need a response to, that kind of stuff. It's great. I actually do really appreciate it. I like having it. And I think this went really well.
I think
Quinn,
so.
What do you think?
I think it went really well. I had a lot of fun.
Well, that's what matters. As long as the guy whose first date is had fun.
Right?
Who else wants a first date? That's the new episode. This is just producer tryouts. The podcast. No, this was really fun. We're going to do this again next week, right? Same time?
Same
it's
time.
Today, Wednesday. So let's put this out on Thursdays.
Okay.
How's that sound?
I think that works.
All right. This is your new Thursday podcast, everybody. Come and give her a listen. All right, I love you. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Everyone say goodbye to Quinn.
See ya.